Watch the stream is welcome, International Master William Paschall. We are streaming Fast Friday here on lichess and Twitch. On my Sladgie channel on Twitch, I am an International Master based usually in Budapest, Hungary. But at the moment, we are streaming from the US of A. Change the stream times a little bit on you guys. We're doing 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the most part. And today's Friday stream, we're going to be trying to do open challenges. So not just favoring the subscribers, challenges against everybody. I get 5+3 casual. Morwa, you've got to change it down to 5+3. So normally I do the longer challenges, but I'm gonna take just 5+3. Let's send Morwa a message there, so he knows. Actually, all right, 5+3. He just sent me a message to ask me if there was a stream, so we'll send him a message back. All right, maybe he's watching and realizes. Okay, I've got challenges from Move 11, Dracofire, Morwa should be along very soon. The Island of Dr. Morwa. Really bad remake, right? One of those remake movies. I gotta refresh my page. Let's make sure that the that's Dr. Moreau, the Dr. Moreau, of course, is slightly different. What's up, Move 11? The stream looks good. We're doing all right. We got Neil Swint, a new player, challenging us. So I'm welcoming all challenges. Play as many as we can. Let's get started here with Dracofire, who we have seen before. Dracofire, Move 11, Morwa, Neil Swint. Okay, I'm not promising that my, I guess, Dutch pronunciation is good, but what's up, Soltigo? Good to see you, my friend. I'm in the mood to play D4. Let's see how our wonderful internet, sponsored by Comcast, is doing today. Can't even see it. It's that good. Ping is just a mere 116. I seem to have the kind of lag waves. This is a type of Benoni that we don't see very often, very rarely played, and rarely played against me. But it's not so bad. That's the movie with the half-human animals, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a book, right? Is it? I don't know. Who wrote the original book? It's not like Jules Verne, is it? It could be Jules. I don't know. But yeah, it's that. I think one of those movies that like the original made in like the 50s was better than the remake from like 19 or 2005 or something. Okay, knight c3. The ping is provisional. Listen, man, my internet in Hungary, I want to just say it's better. So if you guys want to move to Hungary to get better internet, if you live in the United States, highly recommend it. I guess we can blame the Federal Communications Commission or whatever for that, restricting our internet rights. Different lanes for different amounts of money that you have in your pocket. All right, Dracofire just taking way too long here on the move. Is he like lagging? Speaking of lag, that's just way too long. This is 5+3, so you can take time, and I recommend people take time, but I'm not expecting anyone to use a minute on the first 4 moves. This is a set time control, so I'm not playing anything else, just 5+3. What's up, Clash Kid? Thanks for subscribing, guys. Astrobait, Move 11, Clash Kid. I'm not favoring anyone here in terms of subscribers playing first. This stream, I'm doing a kind of like first come, first serve. Guys, see my fat blitz rating. It's 2350. That's kind of lower than usual. There's more to life than rating, though. As my friend Zlatko Linčić said, it's about winning tournaments, not about ratings. Titles and ratings don't mean anything. It's about winning tournaments. I haven't won any tournaments in a while either, so I don't think that's helping me too much. All right, so G6. He's first induced A4 and then playing G6. Well, I mean, my normal instinct is to go for a knockout with like F4, E5. Mama said knock you out. But but there's no flick knife variation like in the normal Benoni here. And f4, maybe I'm going too far. I don't know. I mean, the thematic idea is to play e5. Bishop e5 is useful, you know, to have that check. Probably I'm a little over ambitious here in game one. I should just play something like safe. Knight f3. And or, well, not too many options really. I mean, knight f3, what else can you do? f4 or knight f3. Or maybe something like f3, but that, it seems kind of weird in this order of moves. I'm playing it like a Grand Prix attack. A Grand Prix attack. I'm not quite, I don't know, up to speed yet. F4. We're trying to blow him away. The 4 pawns attack. My good friend Joe Fong, he's kind of retired from chess, and I am from New Hampshire, USA, in my neck of the woods here. Joe is a aficionado lifetime of playing the 4 pawns attack, and watched him annihilate a lot of people with that. I mean, this is kind of 4 pawnsy. Except black hasn't played, like, you know, ED. It's not a modern Benoni. It's not a modern Benoni. Okay, so f4, knight d7. We can go e6. We kind of overextend ourselves. Yeah, I think I know who that is. That's the guy that I won't play anymore. Knight on f to d7. All right. Focus on the game at hand. I mean, should I play e6 here? Should we just sack a pawn? I don't know. I mean, e6 feels like I'm overextending. It's one of those accounts that was banned by lichess. Knight f3. All right. Dracofire has played before, of course. Dracofire, we have what? 11 games. Draw last game too. So I finally decided to like sacrifice a pawn here. I kind of doubt this is objectively sound though. My first plan was to play... The first plan was to play takes, bishop h6. Having second thoughts, but we got to do something. I've got to watch out for queen h4 check. This does stop him from castling and get me developed, but I don't know about this. I wouldn't trust this in a long game. Welcome everyone, International Master William Paschall. We're playing Fast Friday. I'm going to accept most of the challenges I get in order. Koto Amatsukami, another player who's played a lot of my simuls. Quam, Nilsvint. Again, forgive me if I mispronounce different names here. Queen a5, a non-too subtle idea. I don't think he can afford to give up his dark squared bishop in this type of position, really. Man, this is over the top. Really over the top by black. But I've got to watch out for queen b4, among other things. It's super weird. Today, 5+3 only, guys. Mondays, Wednesdays, I'm playing like 5, and even, yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm playing 5+3 through 7+3. Fridays, the idea was to make it kind of like faster and make it open to everyone, so it's not just the subscribers playing. Okay, bishop f5 developing a piece. He's gone with the flow here. I mean, bishop c4 is interesting, but it looks kind of wrong. On c4, I rejected this earlier because it could get hit by knight b6, knight d7, knight b6. Now it's got a different problem. The queen b4 will hit b2 and stuff like that. So I'm settling for bishop e2. I'm down a pawn. We're preventing him from castling kingside. Quite an unorthodox position. I feel like I have some compensation for the pawn, but I wouldn't really be able to tell you who's better here, and with any real surety, if we were have a contest. Sometimes I get annoyed because I don't have Twitch Prime. Yeah. I understand. Well, I don't understand because I do have Twitch Prime, but do a lot of Europeans have Twitch Prime? But I don't know where you're from. So we have to wait like in the good old days. The pre-subscriber area. Exactly. Just Fridays. But on the positive side, the games are faster and it's more entertaining in a way. Soltigo's done a good job with emotes. He says, as of lately, been giving up my spot in the stream so others to have a chance. Now Dracofire like changes. He changes his path and he goes back, hitting c7. I don't smell any blood in the water here. I mean, the temptation is to sack another pawn, but still no knockout blows. I mean, h3 might support, well, g4. Actually, I could have won a piece that move. Oh my god. Did I have g4? Well, at the cost of sacrificing my entire kingside. Well, what's left of it? g4. Bishop takes h2 check, king h1. Would actually have won a piece. I really should have considered this first. This way he doesn't lose a piece. At least not immediately. Man, g3 is a serious problem. I can't be having that. Dracofire with a feisty game. I'm starting to have hallucinations, but this is like a double attack, I think. Wait, is f5 now? Only move? Black's still alive after f5. He's still alive after f5, but I have queen g3. I didn't see that. I don't know if I would have seen it. f5, queen g3. I'm going to pick off this piece on the diagonal. But the opening itself, I don't know. This looks like it was a little over the top for me, sacking this pawn. I don't know if anyone else had the courage to play f4. Arthur Kogan, it's a little bit too much, I think, playing f4 here. It was really, it's really a little bit too much. Okay, guys, let's go on to the next game. Move 11. Move 11. Again, well played in the simul game you submitted in our subscriber stream yesterday. Your game against Mr. What's his name? Yes, German Grandmaster 2700. Okay, Nidich. Yeah, a little bit of dementia for me. I'm not that old, but it's setting in. All right, so what are we going to do here with move 11? Let's play an English opening. I would have seen I think queen g3 if I'm not panicking, you know, moving too fast because of time. There's not a whole lot you can do to avoid this. He wants to play the Queen's Gambit, but let's try something to kind of mess him up. I'm going to play e4. There's not much you can do to this move order, and e4 is one of the only ways you can kind of try to mess with him. What the heck is that? Wow, EO 97. It's a hippo. Some form of hippo. All right, we'll just react classically. I don't know what to do. Move 11 playing a very strange kind of French, almost. Maybe I should just play knight c3 there. Maybe I shouldn't push past, no? Didn't even think about it. I really should take my time here and think about knight c3. It's like a strange French where I've played c4 against knight e7. It's a hybrid between some kind of, I don't know what I'm saying. Queen's pawn game and a king's pawn game. It seems like it's some in between mode. Very Caro-Kann-y too. Once again, I feel a tiny bit overextended. Do you guys feel overextended? Feeling kind of overextended. It's just getting weirder and weirder by the minute here. Man, he's used no time at all. I'm strongly tempted to bring my knight back to f3 right about now. It just doesn't seem logical to... Can I do that? It doesn't seem logical to trade knights when bring his other knight on b8 out. So... It seems weird after the opening moves. Well, I mean, c4 is an aggressive move against both the Caro-Kann and in the advanced Caro-Kann and advanced French in some lines. It's a very aggressive move by white in those lines, you know, and I think we have a form of that here. But of course, it's easy for white to like mess up and overextend themselves. But move 11 move very fast. I don't know that I would have chosen, you know, knight on e to c6 per se. Well, I'm not going to get political here, Goofy Gumdrops. There is no land of Trump. I live in a country where, you know, it's still my home country. I try not to let one person, you know, ruin it for everyone. Knight f3, you know, I try to focus on negative things, Goofy Gumdrops. I have a tendency to do that naturally, so don't remind me. But, you know, we try to make the best out of a bad situation, right? Knight d7. All right, it's weird. It's like some kind of crazy Caro-Kann, like c5. You know, like e4, c6, d4, d5, e5, c5. Some kind of weird Caro-Kann advanced variation. What's up, Turkey Farm? Saul. I call him Saul because it looks like Saul, but it's S4 all. S4 owl. Does the AU stand for Austria? All right. Think positive, man. Turkey Farm, good to see you. So, guys, I'm drinking an American beer. You guys asked me the other day This is a local Boston beer, Sam Adams, and it's pretty much mass produced. It's not like a microbrew, but I like it. If you go to New England, it's kind of like a standard beer you buy in a bar, something like that. Okay, C takes D5. Sam Adams, Boston Lager. AUT is Austria. No, but I'm just asking about Saul's handle, S4AUL. If the AU part of his Twitch name stands for Austria. Better call Saul. So here it is. Yeah, what would Mihai Shuba do? Grab the pawn. Always take... Hey, Mr. Coffee, what's up, man? Friday. Left the office early. Get out of there at 4:20. He's in the office watching the show. Okay, so here we are. I mean, move 11's king is just chilling in the center. Like Farago Ivan playing the black side of a semi-Tarash for the draw. But you've got to admit that white... that's got to be some tiny advantage for white. The fact that he can't get his king off of D Street, too easily here. On the other hand, his pieces are mobile. He's a step ahead in development. I can castle, you can't. If bishop f4, bishop d6. I'm slightly concerned about that. Bishop f4, knight g6, that's okay. There's bishop b4 check. Move 11 thinking here is a little strange. Now we understand why he was thinking. No, I really don't mind, if you double my pawns here with your king in the line of fire. We should have quite a nice bishop pair if he decides to go for that type of thing. Now this is just over the top. Rook e8 craziness. Wow, dude. This isn't happening. This just isn't happening. Are you even serious? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Fell for my little trick. I think you have to play king c7 there, no? Cosine 180. Looks like move 11 got a little too fancy. I mean, okay, but he still had king c7. Really inspired craziness. I think he's losing a piece now. Is he not? He's not losing a piece? Gotta be losing a piece here. Ah, man, that's crazy creative. But what happened? Like, he's okay if he plays king c7. I thought I was just stone cold bluffing you, honestly. I didn't think this was that much better for me. The computer is giving me a +2 advantage, but I didn't think it was that bad. Now, not rook takes, you lose the exchange. Why not knight takes? Ah, but okay, so you have to do like bishop takes c3 first. That's 6, so you're actually losing a piece no matter what you do. Wow. Crazy game, man. Crazy game. But rook e8 was just, come on now. You're getting too fancy with this rook e8 just recapture. I mean, you can change on exchange. I'm like a European. Okay, you can exchange on c3 if you want. But this was just crazy fancy to play rook e8. The computer says he's better at one point. I thought knight f3 was a brilliancy. But the engine is unconvinced. Maybe bishop e4 check right away, huh? Wow. Okay, it's like equal or something. So, let's move on. Maurois. The Isle of Dr. Maurois. Playing white here. Dr. Maurois is getting pretty tough. He's been a contender in some of my recent Tuesday tournaments. Now, let's give him a chance here. Anyway, guys, check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. That's where I upload all the streams. Please like and subscribe over there. It is free. And if it's free, it's for me. So e4. I forgot to press the no button in the last game. Alrighty. Maurois is a beast. He can be. What are we going to play here? We'll play our sneaky move, Queen c7, just to kind of confuse the kids. The kids that memorize. Actually, he's not a player who memorizes a lot of theory. A lot of young players just memorize tons of book moves. And I think that's kind of the wrong way to go about learning the game. But any lessons on the King's Gambit? You guys are talking about chesslecture.com, or are you talking about, what are you talking about exactly F4? You won't find lessons on the King's Gambit in my videos. I don't have the expertise for that. I might have like done a one or two like Steinitz games at some point, historical game analysis. If you go to like my other site where I've done a lot of work, chesslecture.com, they're having a special till June the 1st, discounted memberships at chesslecture.com. 3 months for $15, which I think is a good deal. As many videos as you can watch for 3 months. I mean, you know, that's not bad. Nice library over there of chess videos. Don't play the King's Gambit. Okay, so knight takes d4. This is a pretty rare position. It can obviously transpose to a Khan Sicilian, Khan Taimanov. King's Gambit kind of shaky for white. Yeah, I mean, I would think like the main lines with like accepting it and playing g5 or whatever. That's really critical. Stuff like the Falkbeer is fun, but I feel like that sort of justifies white's opening a little bit more. Maybe accepting the King's Gambit is really the secret. This is my game from the Budapest Spring Open against a little kid who was programmed by Hungarian chess teachers to like. He was programmed to memorize a lot of opening moves, but when you put a position in front of him that was like winning 4 different ways, he couldn't find it. I mean, I just don't think that memorizing opening moves is the most important thing. So like Maurois doesn't memorize a lot. He just tries to play good chess. Bishop e3 now. I'm thinking that this might be a mistake. If we go e5 on him, I mean, what is he supposed to play? You might ask yourselves, what is he supposed to play there if not bishop e3? Okay, my guy played bishop e2, and that's a solid move. But bishop e3 is a little bit different. I'm thinking e5 here. On the other hand, if I play e5, he can maybe play knight e2. Anyway, you only live once. Let's try it. The kid who drew a winning position in 2100 FIDE. Yeah, exactly. Well, the final position wasn't clear winning. It was like kind of getting difficult, but he was clearly better. Yeah. But he knew like 20 moves of theory in the Scheveningen and probably every other opening. But it's more important to be able to like execute a winning combination, you know, or just have the kind of sense to win a winning position or see some sort of attacking ideas, you know, rather than just memorize stuff. And it was sad because I played like queen c7 on move 2 and got him out of book, and then I let him back into book, which was like literally the worst thing I could do. I should have just made up some weird moves or something. I literally like went right back into theory, thinking, oh well, I'll find a way to beat him anyway. But the Scheveningen is a really tough variation for black. Okay. Well, he who hesitates is lost, right? We can take and play d6. It almost feels like I'm taking prematurely, though. If I play d6 first, I feel like I'm playing the Nimzo. Hey, look, it's the Nimzo. The Nimzo and the Sicilian Nimzo variation. Bishop g4 is interesting, too, but I think I need that bishop. Farmville. Yeah, I don't know who Farmville is. Maybe some people know his identity. But living outside of the United States for the better part of 15 years, you know, I just don't know any of the like newer generation of players. If he is American, and I'm assuming he's American, I don't know why. Because he called himself Farmville, you know. I mean, I realize that Farmville is an internet, you know, game, but still, you know, kind of just feels like something only an American would really want to call themselves that. Don't give away his identity here, you know. Just tell it to me in a secret message. Well, I'm not surprised if he's just a spy. I mean, that's what I would have suspected too, but I didn't confirm. You know, I didn't have any confirmation. Not too many players are that strong in blitz, you know, and I would have been in my top 2-3 choices. Well, okay, we're just pressuring e4 massively. And white has a bad bishop. So I like this. I like this position strategically. You know, we're just kind of low risk, better pressure. Could d6 be an issue here, having given the dark squared bishop? You will see. We shall see. But he who has not dark squared bishop has not pressure on that square. Or less thereof. I'm just trying to be funny. We see a very important differential. I mean, that is a backward pawn, and it could be attacked, but you know, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound, right? That's the key concept of the day. Very deep. Don't hover your mouse button over it. Off for draw. Breaking out. Like, okay, that's the least we can do. Alright. You beat a USCF 2100 one time, said Glorious Bobby. My USCF rating is like on permanent hold because my membership lapsed like 3 years ago. But it's really a funny story. Like, the USCF has changed its rules about ratings, and because of Fabiano Caruana's dad for a while, like, my Hungarian tournaments were basically counted as USCF, then they stopped counting them. I mean, it's crazy. So we're combining on Morwa here. He could have bailed out. I was going to say he could have bailed out with something there. What was it? No, knight takes e5. Can he play knight takes e5? Or does that just lose a piece? Oh man, so my move was like a killer. Fabiano, when he was trying to build his rating back in like 2006 or whatever, he was playing some tournaments, including like one in Hungary, and exactly right about that time, his dad like petitioned the USCF to like start counting foreign tournaments for USCF rating, and basically, he was the one who influenced them to do that. So I'm like playing the Budapest, team championship, and my game is being counted for FIDE rating. I mean, it's ridiculous. Whatever. But they did away with this policy in the last couple of years, I guess. Once it's not important to Fabiano anymore and his dad, we'll just do away with it. That was like right before Fabiano moved to Italy to pursue being an Italian chess player. Okay, this is actually kind of hard. I don't really like Marwaz's a5. I felt like he was better off playing something like rook a3 there. We gotta watch out for tricky tactics. I feel like he spread his pawns out too much. I mean, this really should be a winning position. Just a random story, but it's like ridiculous that a major organization like the United States Chess Federation would like change its policy on something like whether foreign rated tournaments are counted for USCF because one person like wants it that way. I mean, that's just ridiculous. All right, so Marwan is getting really frisky here. I can't say I'm too thrilled about it. Man, he's fast, isn't he? It's really amazingly hard to make progress here. Up a clear exchange for a pawn. Dude, I mean, ridiculous. Come on. You don't offer draws here against an IM. No way. This is a lost position for white, but I have to make progress. I would never ever agree to a draw here. I get really angry if someone offered me a draw over the board. Yes, it's hard to make progress, okay, but there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way here. He can't possibly maintain this blockade forever. He's attacking my pawn. I got plenty of time here. So tricky. It's like the longest 5+3 game in the history of chess. This is like 15 minutes. I am going to sack my rook for that pawn, sir. I don't see him stopping it. All right, enough is enough. All right. Amazingly difficult to win that position. You know, you think, oh, well, I'm just up the exchange. It's easy, but that was really, really tough. He did a great job defending with less time. But I would never, ever take a draw up the exchange for a pawn. You know, I would play it for 100 moves. There's very little risk of losing. All right, guys, let's move on. Clash Kid is up next. So, thank you guys for subscribing, and thanks for supporting the stream with bits donations. You can devote, if you like. You can make a donation and devote a donation to our stream by PayPal. I really appreciate it. If you like the YouTube channel, also, please make a donation. Please draw. What am I going to play here? All right, Clash Kid is tough, but we've had some good Sicilian clashes. Let's play A6. This is not Weird Wednesday, but I want to take him out a little bit. Instead of donate, devote. Devote. Everybody says donate, but I'm talking about total devotion. Devote your finances to supporting the stream. He's going with the C4. We do see this from time to time. For the queen pawn lover. The lover of queen pawn ideas. Okay, guys. Now, I mean, I'm kind of reluctant to play bishop b7 because it gets hit so easily. Weird moves like there. We could try something crazy. I don't see myself playing f5, therefore we don't have to reserve the right to move the f pawn. I'm ready to strike with d5 and stabilize the center. Okay, Sam Adams Boston Lager. Not a sponsor, but they're welcome to be a sponsor of my stream. Knight f6. Okay. All business. I've got no squares for my queen to unpin. I'm feeling very restricted here. I have the feeling that Soltigo is busy. He's probably cooking it up right now. d5. d5 has a problem. I can't really support that advance fully. Bishop b7. Bishop b7, however, It's time to crawl out of its cave and go to b7. Yeah, this is weird. I mean, not too many people play this way, the Clash Kid. It's very rare, to see people go like c4. I'm thinking that I played a game with I'm thinking I played a game with a 2100 player where I went like bishop b7. Maybe I would do that if I had to do this over again. Because I'm thinking that b takes c actually speeds up his development, and bishop b7 kind of looks better. None of the moves look that appealing to white there after bishop b7, so let's check it. Let's check it after the stream. I mean, am I just stealing here? Steal? Robbing Hood. Steal from the rich and give to the poor. It's like the Blumenfeld gambit. We're doing knight takes d5. The Blumenfelds. Now hold on to your horses here. Knight takes d5, bishop takes d5, e takes d5. Yes, sir. It's absolutely Blumenfeld-ish. The same thing with knight takes d5, right? Maybe that's his best move. At least it shouldn't lose material. That's all I can say about it now. I'm not as excited as I was at first, but hopefully it doesn't lose material. We're really positive now. If I don't play it, like, the guy just has this great center. So we're like forced. The onion. Great journalism. It's easy to think, oh, I'm down a piece. I don't have a knight on b8, but that's not the case. Blue Man Group, actually, I was thinking of taking my kids to see Blue Man Group. I haven't seen Blue Man Group in like 20 years. If you don't know what that is, like if you're in Europe, well, I don't think they have Blue Man Group in Europe. I don't know. It's a theater production. It's like hard to explain. A lot of blue guys with blue paint all over their bodies, beating on drums and stuff. Well, wait, you don't have a donation notifications? Yeah, I don't have notifications in the stream here. I should get it, like Streamlabs. All right. This is an awfully sensible move, isn't it, kids? An awfully sensible move by our friend, Clash Kid. I don't know what I expected him to play. I mean, there really weren't a lot of other options. All right. Tread carefully. At your own risk. This is some crazy stuff going on. I can't resist this. This is insane. d4. Have your pawn back. Maybe I'm getting carried away. I'm having fun, guys. It's 5 plus 3. Jeff Goldblum. How you guys ever notice how Jeff Goldblum, like, he's been alive for 200 years and he never gets any older? I mean, he was like in movies from like the 60s and stuff, I mean, you see him in like bit parts from episodes of Columbo. I mean, how is Jeff Goldblum like still not like 100 years old? I don't understand. Maybe he unlocked the secrets of dinosaur DNA or something. I don't know, but it's very, very strange. He's the Fly. He's in he's of course in Jurassic Park, but he never gets older. It's very, very strange. I'm trying to think. I saw him in an old episode of Starsky and Hutch, I think. When we're talking like a police TV show from God knows when, man. Like the late 60s, early 70s. And he wasn't a kid, you know. He was like an adult even there. Okay, queen e2. Trading queens. We stole a pawn, man, and we've got the bishop on the long diagonal and everything. I don't know about my king in the center, though. I think normally in endgames we like the king in the center. In this particular one, I want to be a little cautious about that. I need to get my pieces out here. It seems to me that Will is not more than 30 years old. Unfortunately, you're wrong. But I will take that as a compliment. I'm not like Jeff Goldblum, though. I do age, albeit, you know, slightly slower than most people. Clash Kid, nice night, my friend. You got a nice night. Gives you some serial compensation. But anybody else who agrees with me that Jeff Goldblum is just, you know, there's something not right about that guy. You know, he's too, you know, he never gets older fast enough. Okay, rook on f to e8. His hair like started to turn gray now. All right, rook on f to e8, but he's like a vampire. Okay. Now, what's up? Well, what am I supposed to do with that? Man, I don't know. I'm about to lose on time, which is not good. I've got to watch the back rank. They're cloning him. They're cloning him along with the dinosaurs. Sorry, I wanted to write 60 years old, but I was wrong and I wrote 30. That's not cool. I look like I'm 60. I feel like I look like I'm 60. Oh, man. All right. Somebody ban him for that. I don't know about king e7 here. I like my bishop, but your knight is kind of a wild card here, so I'm happy to sort of see it off. Clash Kid, he's good with the end games. Somebody let me out. Maybe I played the wrong move here. Well, there's time. There's time. No, I look 40. I'm 39. I tell you guys that constantly. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that I'm 39. All right. And
for the last time, no.
You cannot cross that file and get your king into the position, okay? Maybe first I should play something like, ooh, not losing on time. How about that for starters? I don't want him to hit my c-pawn. I hate it when people like are in worse endings and they play faster than me, you know? You're supposed to be worse. It's supposed to be harder for you to find moves than for me, yet you're able to play faster than me. That's pretty irritating. Let me out. Not an easy ending. No.
No.
Blunderific. I'm up upon he has those Isolanis too. Driving my king back? How dare you? Incremental progress. Now we've got him where we want him. Got him where we want him. Okay, tough game as usual, Clash Kid. You said 60 because you become happy with that compliment. Then I become sad so easily. I'm easily sensitive, easily hurt. I don't know. All right, guys, let's get it going on. We got a lot of challenges. Quam, Testosterone, Laura Tesoro. Let's make sure everyone's casual. 5+3. There we go. All right, we've played Quam before. A6 first move made me angry. Swift rage. Yeah, I have a good score with that opening, you know. I haven't played it in ages in a real game. I probably should. I've been too serious lately. Actually, the more serious I get, the worse I do, it seems like. Alright. Let's go with G6. Yeah, Soltigo, let's get the no button emote going on. I'm going to play the Gingy Indian. We tried to play the Gingy Indian, but he's not cooperating. Okay, if they're going to play something like D3, King D2, 2 shark, I can understand you resigning, man. I mean, that's just insulting and stupid. But A6, it's like a borderline opening, and I don't think that it has to be regarded as insulting. But, I mean, it does... It is viewed... I don't think it's a bad move, you know, an intentionally bad move. Adolf Anderson played A3 against Morphy. I mean, it's basically the same thing. It just takes you out of book. It's not as good as other moves, but people are less prepared for it. I think I had like the exact same position a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken. He was trolling Morphy. He was scared, probably. I don't know, man. He was desperate. Actually, I think that was one of the earlier games in their match. All right, Bishop B5. Well, this is a logical move. Made me bite my nails. Just trades it. Played like a man who's played this before. So if I go with a knight there, he just does that. Okay, this is one of those crazy situations, but I feel like this is justified. Honestly, I don't really like these Swedish variation type of things. You know, when you play C5 or C4, as black in the Tarash, C4, it's called like the Swedish variation. Named after Swedish fish, obviously. But, if you don't know what Swedish fish are, you're probably from Europe. It's a candy. Gummy candy, shaped like fish. Okay, there's a stupid commercial on American TV about it. B takes C5. It's a candy that's been around since I was a little kid. I mean, it's not something new. I'm just all over the map in terms of conversation. So Kwam is just moving instantly. Instantly. Should we bring it down with like Queen A5? Very fast aggression. Rook B8 is also a move. He's kind of irritating me here. I'm going to play this. You know, I've had it with your Knight E5. You know, that's not going to happen. Kwam is moving very fast. I'm not sure he has any sort of great plan. I'm ready to play for E5. He's stopping my E5. That's his plan here. Maybe pushing through D5 himself in some lines. But easier said than done. This is not a player who likes to spend a lot of time thinking. You know, I mean, I really try to play thoughtful games using all my time, but Kwam is more like just move as fast as physically possible, which I really try to avoid. We want to play E5, but I can't really play it. Can I play it? Doesn't look like I can play it. I mean, just don't have enough support for that. Crowdfunding. 25 for the Gingy Indian attempt. Thanks, Raymond Carver. People say streaming takes a few hundred points off your rating. Well, in my case, I lost a few hundred points off my rating. I was 2,500, now I'm 2,350 in a matter of like 2 days. Now, Kwam is going with this. I have to calculate F5. F5, D5. Bishop takes D5. Chop, chop. But I don't see anything there. I mean, I think I can just do it. Just don't. That's what Anatoly Line said. He didn't let me play Bishop A4. That was a nasty, nasty trap if Knight C4. But now I can kind of sit on the position with a bishop on D5, which is monster. Monster piece. The angry bad bishop. Thanks for the donation, man. 25 for the Gingy Indian attempt. People don't like to allow the Gingy Indian. Uh-huh. Watch out for your A2 pawn. There you go. Be careful. I have E3. I mean, E3 is very tempting. No, but he's begging for this now. Really begging for it. And his bishop shut down. He's not taking enough time. No brain, no pain. You gotta think. I don't think E3 wins on the spot, man. I mean, unless you got some engine out there, I was not convinced by that at all. Yeah, also think before you you make suggestions that don't work. All right. Thanks for the credit, though, Tushar. Believe me, I wanted to play E3. Hi, all. Today I was wrong about the stream time. Rook A3 is a good defense. I mean, Kwam is a good practical player, but I don't understand why he has to play so fast, you know? Take time before you have a bad position, and then you can probably do wonders. Okay, I think this is like strategically winning for me. I mean, e3, this just has to be strong for black. Maybe I even take with the pawn. Nah. I don't know about taking with the pawn. I take that back. I mean, a passed pawn, a protected passed pawn on the 6th rank. There are some assets to taking with the pawn. I mean, but then he can undermine it. It looks like he might be able to undermine it. So I think I should just be able to maintain it with another pawn. G5 with another pawn. He just sacked a piece right away. But he didn't calculate. I have this. Now he's down a rook. Current location, Boston. Mate. Okay, he's got a number of pawns for the piece there. I can see not resigning here. I can definitely... I can see that. He has 3 pawns for a piece. 2 connectors. It's not completely a joke. With apps-colored bishops, it's kind of hard for me to protect the dark squares. Yeah, Antonio, actually, I did notice you earlier today, challenging me in the morning, my time, around the midday or something like that, and I was kind of like thinking about it because you did challenge me to 5+3. So I guess you thought my stream was earlier. But I do want to get you guys an opinion. Okay, can we get a vote? Can we get a vote on simultime on Sunday? Because I'm actually okay with either way. I can do a simul at 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. on Sunday. We don't have to always have the exact same stream time. I'm equally open to doing the simul at 1 p.m. or... Yeah, what am I saying? 1 p.m. or, yes, 4 p.m. I got to move fast here, and I can't really concentrate because Quam is moving. So let's get a vote from Mubat. Mubat poll open. 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. And we're talking EDT. Yeah, don't vote if it doesn't matter to you. Like, just throw in a vote for no reason. This position is starting to drive me berserk. For the few people that are voting for 4 p.m., it's going to be like 10 p.m. European time. 9 p.m. if you're in the UK. And if you're voting for 1 p.m., you know, that's something like 7. More reasonable, like 7 p.m. in the evening, European time, 6 p.m. You get the picture. UK. Quam is running out of gas. And... it ain't over yet, but he's in a lot of trouble. He's losing his A pawn now. Everything's on the white squares. Uh-oh, bishop takes c6. got that. Master had that. Now he's really down a clear rook. All right, let's see. I want to see the opening, though. If this is totally stupid what I did. I mean, he's playing the c5 pretty early. Loke Van Bailey versus Dlugi. Solskis played it. Altunian. Okay, nobody special, but Van Bailey is awful good. But Loke plays a lot of stuff. Okay, let's see. Castles here. I mean, here's a point. You know, maybe it's worthwhile to play b6 right away. I don't know why I decided to play knight c6 first. That may be a serious inaccuracy. Stockfish even votes for knight e4. That's been played 3-0. Kononenko. It's hard to decide, but after knight c6, here, I'm following my teammate, Petran Pal, senior international master. And it looks like Quam's move is a little more cagey than the game played. C takes b6. Polly's a good player. He's similar in style to me, except with a little more fighting spirit. He's like me, but he doesn't agree to draws. He plays the same style, just doesn't agree to draws. Raymond Carver, thanks, man. 25 for winning with the Gingy Indian attempt. Well, to argue your opinion, I would be voting for 1 p.m. I don't have a vote. All right. Let's see. Bishop b5. Maybe bishop d7 was better. Man, apparently it is better. Like, much better. If bishop d7, knight e5 doesn't have as much power. Knight e5. So bishop d7 actually more solid than playing bishop b7. That's interesting. Okay, guys, let's move on. Koto Amatsukami, he's played in the stream quite a bit. Testosterone, Lara, Serbia. I'm just going to call him Serbia. That's Kili. And Morales. All right. Well, Soltigo, maybe it's better for him at 1 p.m. I mean, he's allowed to vote, too. Mr. Coffee's cool with either. All right. Well, this is a guy that I'm always black against. He always plays like d4, c4, a3 against everything. I'm assuming he's from Japan, but, you know, he could live anywhere. Where are you living, Koto Amatsukami? Okay. Let's play something different. d4. Should D vote? D? Who's D? You live in Albania. Are you Japanese by any chance? Or you just like the name? Alright. D4, E6. Maybe Koto Amatsukami is a famous Japanese person. I don't know. I would guess. Acerbate said yay. Just anime stuff. Okay. Alright, well, he's a fast player. Albania. What am I doing? We're getting a vote on to see what about my simul on Sunday. If you guys would prefer 4 p.m. or 1 p.m. for a start time. Because I'm flexible about the Sunday start time. At least right now. Either is possible for me. I don't mind mixing up the times a little bit, you know, because it might also be cool that we get some new people who can't attend the stream otherwise if I change up the times slightly. Just to remind everyone, we're voting on the Sunday simul. This Sunday simul. 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. What is that America trophy in the background of my room? That was when my team went 6-0 at the U.S. Team Championship. The U.S. Amateur Team Championship. I was board 1 for a team that was 6-0. But tragically, we didn't win on tie breaks because this all Grandmaster team, well, it was a very strong team that beat us on tie breaks. There were two 6-0 teams, they beat us on tie breaks. We were second. The team that beat us on tiebreaks was Ilya Gurevich, former world junior champion, Victor Frias, very strong IM, and international master Mark Ginsburg. They combined and then had a little kid on board 6 who like lost almost all of his games. My team was like this more balanced team, and we went 6-0. But they're like 3 very strong players and a little kid who like sank the rating down. So it was kind of I don't know. I was proud though. I mean, we were 6-0. I think I had a couple draws and a number of wins. Okay, bishop e7 is kind of rare, isn't it? I actually had a student who played this. The America's Cup. I thought Ray McCart was going to I thought he was going to be like, wait, what time is the America's Cup on Sunday? I can't watch because of the sailing tournament. Why not something in between? That would make it too complicated, Saul. Then we can't have like a vote. It's just like, then we'll have like 3 different times. I don't know. I just picked 2 times that I've done streams in the past. Don't ask me why just 1 and 4. Why not something in between? Theoretically, it would be possible, but you're just making life too complicated. We just want options, If you make a large donation to the stream, I can hook you up with the 2 o'clock start. No, I'm just kidding. You can't bribe me. Raymond Carver with a 25-bit donation. No, Raymond Carver, I can't move it by half an hour. 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. on Sunday, just random. Soltigo, in my personal opinion, 1 p.m. would be better for viewership, as most of the world is awake. Well, my thinking was kind of like for Westerners, like what's the difference really? If you're free in the afternoon, you're free in the afternoon. But for Europeans, they might prefer, the one, let's say, the one where it's like 7 p.m. and like 10 p.m. is kind of late. This is extremely similar to a game I analyzed with one of my students like 2 weeks ago. Almost the exact same position, literally. Except in that game, my student had his queen on b6, and h4 wasn't possible. If I go knight f4 here, putting my knight in harm's way on g5. I guess we have to go for it. I don't really see another option. This makes life rather awkward for black. f5 makes f4 a really tasty score. I mean, I guess they should have considered like taking on Paschall, but it seems like such a lame thing to do. Now he's gone knight b6. Yeah, we gotta go with this. Nimzovich style. Nimzovich style waffles. Take while the taking's good. And then I can play h4. Because I don't want to see g5, It's a fast time control. I can't think forever. Find a plan, execute. Be practical. We'll see you later, Tushar. Have a great sleep, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Tirana. Is that the capital of Albania? How's my geography? I've heard Albania is a beautiful place. Okay, bishop e7. We're going to g3. You got the lockdown on g5. That's very important because g5 can be nasty counterplay in a lot of lines. But strategically, I really, really like this for white now. What's he doing with queen e8? Supporting g6, just defending the g6 square? Obviously, I'm going to fianchetto my bishop over here and just do the Karyakin thing. No, I'm just kidding. I just don't want a knight on c4. Alright. Overprotect the strong point. He doesn't seem to have a clear plan. I mean, knight g5 actually drops the e5 pawn, or does it? I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, this is a little crazy playing a4. Now I'm playing on the queen side. I'm playing on the king side. I think this is going over the board. Over the board. Any advice against your English setup with white? You study Kasparov's games with g6, Paschall Geller, and you still keep crushing me. Well, we played this game the other day with Morales. I don't think there was any reason for you to get crushed. It was like an absolutely standard position till a point, you know, and then you got like kind of carried away and a little bit crazy. And it was interesting though. I think you actually were okay in that game. So I don't think I'm crushing you. I think that's your perception. I think it's just like in this specific position you made a specific mistake. I wouldn't blame your loss on the opening in any way. And don't make that mistake. A lot of times I gave up playing things because of bad results. But many times it's not the opening's fault, you know. This is starting to look very Nimzovichian. This definitely seems weird to bring my bishop back, but I was preempting d4. If that makes any sense. I'm not sure it's even a good move. Probably a bad move by me. Yes, why did I do this to myself? I mean, white's still better. But I underestimated this. Just flat out underestimated it. Now he has some counterplay. Okay, where's my drink? I need some water. I'm dying here. That beer, I'll tell you, the Sam Adams, it's pretty tangy. Has a kind of strong aftertaste. Not into that. Koto Atsumaki, like, coming at me. Man. This is getting very aggravating. He's done a good job blockading, fixing the structure. Man, what am I going to do with him? We're just on random move mode. Very, very imbalanced pawn structure. Down to a minute. He's done a good job, though. I shouldn't have allowed d4. It was just a brain fart. I didn't realize he could play it. I don't know. In my mind, I had a solid blockade. I didn't see that I couldn't support b4 enough. It was a major, major error. Now he's going to have to sacrifice material. It's like my game with the island of Dr. Merwa. I'm up the exchange again, but kind of troublesome counter chances for the other guy. Oh, what are you doing? Don't want that pawn. Yeah, there he had a strong move, like queen f3 or something. So I managed to keep the focus and take the game down. That was pretty messy, man, and I don't feel like I played very well. He kind of disintegrated at the end. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think probably black is better at some point. So we're going to play as many challenges as I can get to. Guys, we're going to be streaming for another hour. I started at 4. Another hour, 5 minutes. What's up, JBS? Or JBS. Why do I call you JBS? JCS. I'll just call you Jacob. Laura. Laura is a new opponent. I don't like playing e4 against new opponents. I like to be conservative at first, till I feel out what they play. Honestly, thanks again, Raymond Carver. You're an awesome guy, man. Thank you for supporting the stream. 100 bits today. We're going to figure out what Laura's about. 2,000. So this is a pretty decent player. We're seeing a lot of the kingside fianchetto against fianchetto, which makes me crazy. No more of this stuff. Fianchetto Grunfeld, something I did play all my career, a little bit with white. Since I was before I was a master, I think I was playing this system. Back in the days, the old days. There it is, c6. This is my game with Nefedov yesterday. I'm so sick of c takes d. It's like the main line, but I don't even know why. Carlsen has actually played queen a4. I was researching this a little bit yesterday. Magnus has 2 games with queen a4. Don't ask me what queen a4 does. I don't know. It's just like some ridiculous move to get out of book. I'll stick with queen b3. But I'm sick of c takes d. I don't want any part in that anymore. A lot of theory, it's symmetrical. It's like boring. Everyone knows it. You know, I'm not going to play this anymore, this stupid c takes d. But I mean, another variation that's very strong for black is the open approach here with d takes c. I had a little kid from Israel, Yoav, what's his name? No, I don't remember. A little kid who was around 2100 played it against me in Budapest Spring Festival. I had a winning position, but I managed to not win it. But it's not an easy line for white. This d takes c, knight a3, c3, b takes c. It's like ultra positional. You have to be like Adrian Michalchisen. He's recommended on my Facebook friends. Good guy. All right, knight c3. Slovenian now from Ukraine. Michalchisen wrote a book on this Fianchetto Grunfeld. Very good book with Beliavsky, I think. Now Laura is playing queen takes. This is my exact game from my exact game with Nefedov from 2 days ago. Was it yesterday? Exact same game. Queen a4 not blocking the b pawn avoids any queen b6 ideas. It does that. It does that. It does those things you said. But it also puts a queen on a strange square. I looked at it with Stockfish yesterday. I mean, it's just a kind of neutral move that defends the pawn. Carlsen avoiding mainline paths. Only like 2 games. I mean, it wasn't recently. I think it was a couple years ago he played that. Queen b3 has been quite trendy. Maybe not like really recently, but I noticed it a few years ago. Whereas 15 years ago, I don't think the move was commonly played. I mean, I haven't really studied this in a long time. I mentioned the Michal Chisin book, and that was something I studied 15 years ago. You know, it's not like an up-to-date book. But it's kind of a boring position, to be honest with you. What can I say? It is boring for both sides. It's a little more boring for black than it is boring for white, though. I think that the more aggressive players prefer the open lines with d takes c. I played some strong players in... Who did I play in that? Viktor Michalewski, I think, played that against me in Rapid Game Online. Now, if I've played knight a6 yesterday, bishop f5 looks a little more to the point somehow. There are kind of threats with bishop c2 in a way. I mean, I'm not sure that's a good move, but it could happen. For lack of a better move, I don't know what to do. It's a boring position. White has some kind of infinitesimal advantage having the first move. People with extremely low blunder rate can get away with playing random neutral moves. I mean, Carlsen makes a living on it, man. I mean, he's not trying to play opening theory too much. e6 very solid for black. Just what would Gada Kamsky do? You gotta ask yourself that question. To play bishop d6, it's like black's trying to tempt us into playing bishop d6. Actually, I think rook d8 is a kind of normal move. You know, in fact, now that you mention it, I think rook d8 is actually the main move here, after queen takes queen. That may, in fact, be the main move, instead of bishop f5 or knight a6. And now I have bishop e7. Or c5. Looks like I just wasted time. I don't know what I was gonna do. I expected black to play like rook e8 actually. I really just wasted time, majorly. E3 may lose material. Man, everything loses material. I just wasted tempi here. This is the second time I've played this, so I'm very much out of my element. But we basically lost the tempo. You know, just giving black a free move or two. This player is pretty strong. Established rating of 2,000. That's solid. Hendrix just subscribed with Twitch Preem. Preem, what is with me? Twitch Preem.
No!
No. Thank you for subbing. It is not Twitch Preem, Twitch Prime. Okay, I'm a little bit distracted by this game, guys. And I don't have the current position of what's going on. H6, okay. H6, I don't mind. You know, that's fine. Let's just stop G5. That's a lazy move, but I don't know what else to do. Thank you for subscribing. Devoted. Yeah, instead of donating, we're saying devoting money to the stream. Twitch Preem. I've been in Europe for too long, guys. I'm streaming from the United States, but I'm normally streaming from Hungary. We do pronounce some words a little differently. Knight h5 now. I mean, this almost looks like black's going a bit too far. Can I say that? I like the knight on h5. That's good. I'm happy to see that, in general. He is strong, he or she. Maybe it's a woman, maybe it's a man. I don't know, but Laura. Definitely not a man's name. Knight on h to f6. Back to the center looks like a good idea. I was thinking e3 here. Then I drop a pawn every time. And if I play rook d1, yeah, that's annoying. Can I do like knight d2? Man, this is super passive, and it's just blunderful. I just dropped my whole position in one move. Well, I dropped a pawn for nothing here. That's a serious problem. Or did I? Still didn't lose a pawn yet. If I don't lose this game, I mean, it's like a terrible game by me. Lara's played sensibly, but I've wasted a tempo. Now I didn't see I was like almost losing a pawn. Man, this symmetrical Grunfeld thing is just a headache. I mean, whatever I do, it's like horrible. So lucky I'm not losing material right away. Trading a central pawn for a wing pawn, not really a great idea in general for white. I'm lucky that I'm not losing material. Whew, now we're really screwed. I'm like literally gonna have to play bishop e3. But maybe I should induce e5 first. My enunciation is bad. Should I induce everything? Induce f6, induce e5? Just induce. That's the new saying. Can I sack a piece or something? There's always like e4, but it doesn't do anything. I've been thinking e5, bishop e3. Okay, now we're like just thankful to be alive. Happy to be here. And not lose anything. I wasn't thrilled with this game. But I think white's okay now. I thought e5, bishop e3, bishop takes e3 with maybe slightly better for black. I don't know. Now it kind of looks okay for white. I may still be wrong. Maybe I'm overextended. Just going on general instinct. Knight g5 check. That's a bad move, huh? Talk about a move that doesn't do anything. We go here. Asking for trouble. But, black's got trouble too. Probing the weaknesses on the queen side. I need to keep my bishop, huh? Still the knight on h5 is bad. Final position black lost on time. White may be slightly better. Check it out. We are slightly better. But, I mean, if we go back, I mean, I was just totally lucky not to lose material. I mean, what was I doing here? Without a plan. I mean, just totally without a plan. Watch this. I already put my bishop out there like once, and now I did it again here. This is just a totally insane move. If I had e3 in, it would be okay. I'm very, very fortunate this doesn't lose by force. Like, just didn't even like bother to check this. It's just a miracle, really. I mean, bishop takes, and then king h7. And white's okay. But still, black shouldn't lose. I think e5, forcing variation. Bishop e3. Bishop takes e3. F takes e3. And I just assumed that black is okay here, you know. But he probably has to give up his center. Maybe she or he didn't like that. And but my structure is pretty ugly, you know. I mean, I've got 2 sets of double isolated pawns. I guess I'm undoubling one now. But I don't consider me to be better here, and I mean, I'm lucky I'm not losing. 54 viewers, all the regs disappear. Well, every day is different. My regs, a lot of my regs were used to my European time, you know, so we're kind of messing around with the time. Soltiga, what did we get for the final vote on the Simul stream for Sunday? I just want to confirm that. And another thing, what am I talking about? I got 1 inaccuracy and 11 cent upon loss. But this game I was just like lucky. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Yeah, better to be lucky than good. Alright, so I'm not going to get to all these challenges. I'm going to play as many as I can, guys. International Master William Paschall. Guys, check out chesslecture.com, a site that I've done a lot of work for. You can get a discount membership in their subscription chess video site for 3 months for $15, which is a huge savings. You can check out the link here. Poll results 4 p.m. 67%. Total votes 3. You guys went out of your way with the votes, huh? Alright, we'll keep the stream at 4 p.m. That's not many votes. I think we should call a recount. The Serbian Villa. S-Villa. Villain, right? It's villain. I think it's a villain. The S-Villain from Serbia. The Serbian Villain. Okay, I obviously don't read Serbian, but I do speak Hungarian. Whatever that means. It's a neighboring country. I don't know. Okay, let's play d5. I'm trying to play different stuff just for fun. How many viewers we have here? You want to have a recount? Guys, we're trying to figure out what time to do the simul. 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. on Sunday for my weekly simul. Weekly. 60 viewers, not bad. Guys, help us get up to 75 average. If you have chess playing friends and you think they'd like to stream, let them know about it, please. Bring your friends. Okay, I just wasted 30 seconds promoting stuff. That's alright, we've got a 3-second increment. Oh man, no, not c3. God, this is tough. It's the Alyakin's defense. This is actually a sideline. Knight b6 is mostly recommended in Alyakin's books. Alyakin, if you want to pronounce it correctly. Nefirov was here earlier, wasn't he? He's an expert on pronouncing Alyakin. Okay, h3, g6. Okay, bishop g7. His h3 like contains my bishop on c8. That's a good strategic idea in general. Especially, Ubat said William Paschall is an American. Oh, I thought I was losing my mind. Okay. I didn't realize there was more to that. I've read it before. It's not completely new to me, but for some reason, my attention span is a little bit short here. All right, guys. I wouldn't argue that black is equalized here. Basically, when white gets in d4, he has the space, you know. Okay, knight g5, knight takes c3, knight takes e6, knight takes d1, knight takes d8, rook takes d8, rook takes d1. I'm okay with that. You can have the bishop pair. I win a pawn on d4 at the end. That's a nice variation. This is really, really solid for white. This is just so solid. Man. Alright. We can't be having that. That tension and that rook coming here. I saw a game in the New York Open once. It was a Scandinavian. Peter Spidler just annihilated a guy by doing like rook takes e6 in a position like this. You got to be very, very careful not to let that happen. But I don't trust my position here. I don't like the way that I've played this. It's just too passive. It's just too passive. Not great. Playable, but not great. You want to win with the black pieces. I don't think this is going to cut it. You can maybe draw, but that's why I stopped playing the Scandinavian with knight f6. There's just too many good lines for white. It's just ridiculous. Wow, Antonio Morales said, I spent 5 years of my life in Boston. Wow, that's insane. After all the time you watched my stream, I mean, I never realized like you had been living in Boston at one point. I mean, I lived there basically between 1990 and 2004 for 14 years. But I'm not actually in Boston now. I'm in Massachusetts, but I'm not in the city. Maybe I should consider 96, but I'm very, very bottled up here. I mean, 95 is more correct. Wow, Antonio. Okay, you came later. You were in 2004 to 2009. Okay, so we got an exchange program going on. You arrived when I left. Yeah, it's a great city. Very expensive. But then again, a lot of big cities are expensive. All right. I'm about 2 hours, hour and a half from Boston. I'll give you guys my address. Come on down. Bring some trolls with you. So, not happy with this opening. I gotta find a better way to play this. I think that we'll go with next time. We're gonna go with like the more standard approach. Let's say like bishop c4. I think I'm gonna go back to playing like knight to b6. It keeps the pieces on, but this is sort of lifeless for black here. The eternal debate as to whether to play rook e8 or e6. The $1,000,000 question. Defend pawns with pawns. I mean, that's what I preach to people. This pawn structure, the favorite of my good friend and sort of mentor to me, Alexander Ivanov. Never like formally taught me, but he formally taught me by kicking my butt like a million times. He's a master with this pawn structure. I mean, whenever you have the bigger island, like theoretically you should have a better structure. But white has a lot of dynamism here. White has really good rooks. All of his pieces are active. The bad bishop, bad because of the pawn on d4. This bad bishop is active. So although white has the worst structure theoretically, all the dynamic features of the position slightly favor him. But now with the pawn on d5, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not going to go as far as say black's better, but I will say that I'm okay. Awkward. An awkward situation has occurred. Awkwardness. This is an awkward move too. I mean, this looks like... What am I doing, you know? Kind of a cheapo. Feels like a cheapo. It probably is a cheapo. You want to go pawn hunting here? Man, that's crazy. Maybe we try to undouble his pawns and play hanging pawns. I'm just talking about Alexander Ivanov. He's a player who likes to take stuff. You know, but this looks a little over the top, taking that pawn on b2, losing your coordination to try to take a pawn. But maybe it's okay. I normally don't play that way. I mean, I don't really want him to get a rook on the 7th rank. Let's say queen takes b2, rook b1, queen moves somewhere, rook takes b7. Plus he has a passed c-pawn. I mean, I think it's just a little too dangerous for my taste. A little too dangerous for my taste, taking the pawn on b2. I'm trying to bring my rooks into the game. But I still like white better here. Can we suggest moves? Well, checkmate. I mean, yeah. There's a little bit of a delay. You know, hopefully, like, you don't give away any critical ideas. If you think it's a, like, really, really critical idea that's like a winning move by force, probably don't do it. But ideas and moves you can. No, it's okay. There's a little delay. I mean, a lot of people aren't watching the stream move for move while they play. You know, hopefully I can centralize and just kind of coordinate myself. Again, I'm not interested in that pawn. Pawns. Not interested in your pawn on b2. I don't want to lose my pawn on b7 in exchange for the pawn on b2 and let him have a rook on the 7th rank. You know, now his pawns have become more, let's say, static. But it's still not an easy game. Black's almost... There's an ant on my table. The ant is climbing on the no button. Ant, what are you doing in the house? What does this ant think he's doing? It's one of those black ants. Those big black ants that, like, probably bite. Alright. Too fast for a spider to get him. There he is. Ant, man. This guy is defending well. White is not better, but he's not worse. Just running out of ideas. I'm just flat out running out of ideas. I'm just trying to equalize. The ant is on the screen. I don't believe it. He likes it. Ant-Man is on the screen during the stream. He's now walking across the board. I don't believe it. He's on chat room now. It's a large black ant. He's like totally down with the radiation or whatever coming from the monitor. I guess it's like warm. Maybe he's like heat sensitive, like a heat-seeking missile. You approve of E5? You know, but I approve, but I don't approve because there goes his backward D pawn and like my only target. I think if I was playing a grandmaster, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is great. You know, I'm equal. But if I'm playing like a 1600 and I'm supposed to win, I'm kind of like pretty depressed right about now because this is just totally equal. If the ant doesn't bother me, I'm not gonna bother him. If it's like a bee or something, I would probably freak out. But the ant I can live with. Ants, spiders, okay. But bees bother me a lot. Okay, F4 is a crazy move. F4 has got to be a bad move. I mean, that's extremely crazy. He just weakened his king side in this heavy piece ending. That's now like a second target. I think that's like maybe even a losing move for white. It's going to be so hard to protect that pawn, you know. Or maybe not. Well, F4 is just hanging. I had tactics with rook takes c5, by the way. It was kind of a double threat there. If rook f3, I had rook takes c5. for example. What am I doing? Almost committing Hirikiri, it looks like. Wow, I'm like trying to massacre myself. My god, I'm like losing now. White is better. I really managed to mess this up. He's kind of panicking though. Somehow I think I had a better move there. And that was a bad move by me. Now, this is a winning technical position. Went through a lot in this game. Yeah, I had Queen E1 and Rook H1. What Antonia was saying, I saw that like the moment after I made the move. That was the key idea. Queen E1 and Rook H1. I should have seen it. If I was a little more alert, I would have seen it. Unfortunately, anyway, guys, thanks for subscribing and watching. We got half an hour left, so don't go anywhere. Still time for at least 2 or 3 more games. Fabi Caruana donated 15 bits. Thank you, Fabiano. We haven't played Fabiano in a while. It's been a good 10 years. Alright, guys, let's move on. Thank you for the game. Tough fight. Morales is up next, and then we're going to play... I'm not taking subscribers in order, guys. I'm just taking the challenges as I got them. Morales, then Testosterone, and maybe one more game. We'll see how the time is going. If the games only last 10 minutes, I can play like 3 more games. Thank you for the bit donations, guys. Thank you for donating. You can make a donation via PayPal if you enjoy the stream. You know, even if it's just once a year, make a donation, $10. I really appreciate it. Really need the support. But just subscribing on the stream helps a lot. All right, so knight f6. This is one line. I'm actually thinking about knight takes e4 here. That's probably like not a good move. There was a time when I actually played this line a few times with white, but not recently. Now Morales played this already once. Did you do a4 before? What's this? d5 takes. Are you gonna do that again? Are we gonna do this again? Why don't I just play b5? I'm not gonna do that again. This like transposes to theory. This is book line, right? Okay, so a takes b, bishop b7, and there's an Aronian game from like 2007 or something. After d3, I cannot play d5. So last time you played a4, I had the feeling that it didn't feel the same, but I wasn't sure. He's all. I don't care about d5. Actually, I do really badly with d5 in these type of positions in general. Now the other move is bishop g5. I guess that's the Aronian game I was talking about. f4 is kind of thematic. I mean, I really think that black wants to play for f5. What if I go? Just go. Just do it. Just do it like Anatoly Line, wherever he is in the great beyond. He's kind of a funny guy. f4, d5. He looked like my dentist. Alright. E takes d5. We're just taking with the knight, right? I mean, pawn takes is probably strong too, though, huh? If I play knight takes, do you promise not to play f5? Yeah, I'm gonna take with the pawn here. I'm a little nervous about knight takes. I would prefer knight takes, but I'm worried about f5 there, to be honest. I don't think that I have time for h5 and h4 here. Like I might venture in other types of Sicilians, and the e file is an issue. So who's the most interesting chess player I ever met? That's a good question. Well, Magnus didn't seem that interesting. It's a good question. No one ever asked me that. Interesting. I don't know. It's hard to answer. Walter Brown was one of them. I really liked. I like hanging out with Walter and listening to his stories. Another interesting chess player I met was Lajos Portish, the Hungarian grandmaster. And I think Brown or Portish would probably be two of the top ones. After d3, you cannot play d5. Will, exclam. Why did I get an exclam? This guy is threatening to do bad things to me. Castles is out. King f8 is possible. It almost looks forced, to be honest. The best player you ever met was yourself. Well, best and, he meant interesting. People ask who's the best player you ever played all the time. That's like a routine question. But interesting, the idea of interesting is, and who's the most interesting? Myself. No. I drink to make other people interesting. That's what Grandmaster Gawain Jones is reported to have said. I don't know, he stole the quote from somewhere. It sounds like something from a movie. King f8. Well, my plan is obviously bishop d8, bishop b6. Well, I mean, bishop c7 is an option for that matter. Actually, my original plan was to play rook e8. But I'm starting to like bishop d8. You know, there's probably some rude awakening for me. We could turn this whole thing around and make white pay for his weakening f4, giving up the white squared bishop, leaving a knight just on prise. Guys, we've got 20 minutes, 25 minutes left in the stream, so at least two, maybe, you know, we'll see. At least two more games after this. Soltigo, did we get a confirmation on the time for the simul on Sunday? I want to have an official time. I want to know what time I'm doing my... It'll be like a 25 board simul, 40-40 time control. Be here at the scheduled time. Rubinstein Bishops. There's the famous game. Who was he playing when he like just crushed someone in a semi-Slav? Who is that? Foul Glorious. It's Akiba Rubinstein, one of my favorite players. Unfortunately, I didn't meet him. We're still voting. Okay. We're voting on the time for the Sunday simul, 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. EDT. Can we get any more votes? I'm thinking now it's time for h5, h4, baby. And these bishops just raking the board. Both diagonals. Pry it open with h3. My other rook coming through. Man, he's just walking into this. This looks massive for black. Asterbate voted for 1 p.m. Rodlevi. Okay. So Rodlevi, he was Polish, right? Polish master. Well, I mean, Rubinstein was Polish too. Okay, h5 from Lutz. One of the most interesting people I never met. The stories about how Rubinstein was put in a sanitarium at the end of his years, you know, kind of sad and disturbing. He was for many years, you know, like just out of circulation, even though he was still, you know, pretty sane. I mean, well, not really sane, but semi-sane. I feel like I'm walking into a trap here. Oh, isn't c4 check going to be strong? Should I do this? Because I have ideas. I have ideas of knight g4. And I still have d4. I mean, you see, doesn't knight g4 just put him away? Yeah, the reference to the Rodlevi game was good. It's not a d4 opening. I mean, it was a semi-Slav. This is like terminal. Cash terminal. Very bad position. Let's just check the opening for a moment to see where we left book. I like to do this with my games. Yeah, so there's Aronian versus Vallejo, but that was with bishop g5. I actually played this position with white at least once against Charles Reardon. I don't remember what I played here with white, but I didn't know the theory really well. Bishop g5's main move. The engine actually is talking about e5. I like f4. d5 is best. Now you're so this is wrong apparently. I was afraid of knight takes d5 f5. That's why I hesitated. But apparently this is actually good for me. All right. You're not supposed to take on d5. You're supposed to close it up. Tivyakov and my friend Sergei Movsesian, Tigran Petrosian the Jr., and d4. Okay, it's a game. Anyway, guys, we got 20 minutes left. I'm going to play Testosterone and Foul Glory. Not able to use the king f8 to your advantage. Yeah. Okay, Casual Blitz. Testosterone. English opening. I don't know if I played e4 today. E4 takes a lot of extra effort. I'm not that native to e4. I have played many tournament games with e4, but it's usually like kind of a specific preparation for certain players. Special players. I haven't been scoring too well in the reverse Sicilian. I lost to Bombast really bad the other day. We had some trouble with different guys. Now this we had with Morales. Actually, Kasparov uses this move order. Kasparov recommended this for black. This closed Sicilian with g6 early. My exact game with Morales. Not today, but Morales. Knight c3 here. Yep. So there's different setups for white. I'll play like I did against Antonio. I've never really been as fond of like knight f3. It feels like e3 is more solid. And of course we also play this position, we being me. I also play it with black in the closed Sicilian. So I try to be consistent. What is up, guys? Thanks for watching and subscribing and donating bits and all that good stuff. Check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. I do upload all the streams over there. Very strange move from Testosterone here, Queen e7. The threat is stronger than the execution. So he's like tempting me to play knight d5, a move that doesn't really do anything. Nah, there's no sense in playing knight d5. I'm just going to go about my business here. Stockfish reveals me the truth. Avoiding the opponent's castling doesn't mean anything. Better for black after king f8. I would say for a blitz game, you know, it was a reasonable attempt. If you had more time, you might realize you just don't really have a follow-up. Okay, well, rope-a-dope, sort of close Sicilian for black. Perfectly playable for both sides. I'm going to play d4. Oftentimes I don't do that. You know, I like to restrain myself with like d3. Again, it's like very much playing white in such an English opening. I think it's very much like a matter of taste, how you approach the position. It's equally possible to play d3 or d4 here. More typically, I would play d3 and then go for like a queenside advance with b4, b5. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching and subscribing. Did we get a final vote? Our final vote for the simul on Sunday, Soltigo. Testosterone playing knight f6. I mean, typically you want the knight like behind the pawns. So I would expect f5 first. It's almost like a Chigorin, queen e2 against the French type of setup. But he is supporting e4 here. It's like tempting to play queen c2, but h3. Subtle prophylaxis. I'm just going to play very conservatively. Set up a double fianchetto. I don't know if this is good, though. It's like a French. It's like a French with colors reversed. As I was mentioning, Chigorin. Chigorin. Rook b1 may run into bishop f5 here, so that's not on. Bishop a3 is kind of interesting. An instant e4. But see, now we try to take advantage of the fact that we didn't bother to castle. This is straight out of the French. We're taking advantage of our lack of castling. And this is the second game in a row. The last one was the Sicilian. But the beauty of the Sicilian, you don't have to castle. You can leave your king in the center. I mean, I'm not saying this is like definitive, but it looks like the e-pawn is kind of a serious liability here. Six votes. 4 p.m. has 50%, 1 p.m. has 50%. Oh no. What are we going to do? We need a tiebreaker. That pawn has seen better days. Surrounding it. Finally, a stream that isn't locked to followers only mode. Well, you're going to be angry when you find out that I usually do followers only like 6 days a week. No, 5 only. No, I mean, it's not true. But I do 3 like blitz and rapid streams a week. This Friday one, I make it so that we just take the challengers in order. Try to be fair. Can we get another vote for the Sunday simul? Because we're locked in 3-3. So please tell Mubat your vote for like what time you'd like to play. Queen c7 is a KG attempt. It's a very cagey attempt. I mean, the tactic with Queen a5 is one of his only tries here. I was thinking Queen d2. Because if castles... For lack of a better move, it stops Queen a5. Now he has to play d5. But I have other ideas now. Both sides a little low on time. We do have fresh ideas with those squares. But it looks like black is holding on, honestly. I'm not that convinced by this. We've got a weird hippo thing going on the king side. F3 is like catastrophically dangerous. To try to break his center with F3 would be very, very dangerous. Guys, I'm probably just playing like one more game after this. So poll results, there's something wrong with that, man. Now poll results are in the favor of 1 p.m. We got to make sure we got it figured out before the end of the stream, Soltigo. I want it to be definitive. All right. Bishop. No. Rook c1. Rook c1 ain't a bad move. There is a small problem, though. Maybe it's best to play like knight d6. Man, there's some annoying moves here. Okay, knight d6. Guess I have to do this. I was afraid of bishop f8, but I had bishop c5 on that. So I guess we're just taking his bishop. I mean, there really isn't anything else to do. Taking his bishop, taking the open file, trying to play chess here. Very good play by Tosterone, though, to stay alive in a kind of tricky situation. And you might even argue that black is good here. Maybe black's even better. My kingside is kind of weakened, and I can't really afford to play f3. It feels like I should be active enough, but just not a convincing situation. Really nice play by black. One of our best played games today by black, or by the opponent, you know. So I'm not happy with what went down here. I must have missed my best chance. Now I'm playing the French where I weaken my kingside with g4. I mean, I think that's kind of sketchy. At least I have a bishop on g2 that can protect my kingside if things start to... if the proverbial shit starts to hit the fan on the kingside. But I don't know. It looks really weird. Now he's going postal. But the f5 square seems weak. And I've got play on the white squares. I was just talking about this. My white square bishop's a very good defender. It's like a dragon bishop. There's the f5 square. There's the weakness of h5. I mean, h4 pawn may just fall, actually. How does he protect that? Yes. That's pretty much true. He's running away. What an interesting development. Very sensible. How do I get my queen in the game? Queen is hemmed in. This is an absolutely crazy thing to do. And an absolutely unexpected answer. The whole position is just utterly transformed into an absolutely different situation now. It's all about time. Maybe I should just sack the exchange on d3. No, but all right. Nah, this is getting crazy now. We're pretty active here. Tremendous game for black. Considering his rating is like 1600, he's put up amazing resistance. Knight f5. Isn't he dropping a rook? What a game. Man, this was tough. Really, really crazy game. Tough game by Testosterone. Black didn't have mate in one. His rook was pinned. He had a mate in one? He really had a mate in one? You guys sure? I don't think he had a mate in one, did he? Where was there mate in one? It just looks like mate in one. It's pinned. You know, that's the whole point. He has no mate in one. See, everybody else thought he had mate in one too, but it's illegal. Other than the fact that it's an illegal move, um, there's no mate. No, it was a crazy game. There were lots of mistakes, but I don't think I dropped a mate in one. Anyway, guys, we'll play one more here. Last game for today. Foul Glory. 5+3 casual. Then we're going to call it a day. We'll play. I did play maybe an E4 today. I don't remember though. Maybe I didn't. Something weird. But Black didn't play like 1600. If you think he played like a 1600, I don't agree. He played really solid, man. He played like a 2100. I don't care what you say. At least 2000. I mean, I'm not making this up to make myself feel good. You know, that was like one of the best games of the day, if not the best game of the day. In terms of closeness and excitement. Yeah, absolutely, really, really good game. What if we play like a delayed wing gambit here? This is sort of stupid though, isn't it? Yeah. Well, you know, it's worth a try. I'm messing around. It's a 5+3 game. I think I prefer Rook A2 to... Yeah, this is not my normal style. This is the first time I've played, but I'm kind of tired. Anyway, if I lose, I lose. I give you full credit. But I just felt like playing something crazy. But I don't want to play C3. You know, we're going to play this like a wing gambit. My rook on A2 is just random. It doesn't really function in this position. It's not relevant and not a positive for me. Probably just bad for white. HC3, sorry? Which game are we talking about? The last game? If you're talking about the last game, I had no recollection of moves or move orders. Couldn't have been last game. There was a C4 pawn. It was in English, so I don't know what infinite flash means a different move now. Foul Glory. I'm gonna have to refresh my man, I hate this. What do you mean? I just want to refresh. I don't want to leave the page, dude. I just want to refresh it. I can't do that. All right, I just want to check his, like, how many games he has and stuff there. All right. Yeah, I don't like my position at all. I never play the wing gambit. I'm never going to play it again. Instead of rook a2, it looks stupid. But maybe you're right, you know. Well, he's like taking. You're probably right, though. Like, objectively, it's probably better than rook a2. But now, okay, other than the fact that my rook isn't on a2, it really, like, it seems like a normal sort of wing gambit that I've played myself on occasion with black. Maybe I should take. We could take and put our rook on the correct square. A1. There is rook A4, but I think that will just... I think rook A4 is going to end up being a target. You know, so I don't see a reason to play that. Infinite Flash Chess says, what? I have a big tournament this weekend. Hoping my stream will bring in good fortune. Oh, good luck, man. I'm not lucky, but I hope I can bring good luck to you guys. You know, it probably works the other way. My luck just goes to you. The luck I would have had, you know, it goes to you guys. Rook A1. I'm just going back, putting my rook on the correct square. He plays queen B6. I mean, black doesn't have any threats here, right? We're just going about our business, basically. Knight on B4 is not hurting us, doing any harm. But I need to develop my king side. There's no doubt about it. Bishop A3 might be an interesting idea at some point. What about rook B2 though? Definitely a move. I didn't like the fact that it obstructs my bishop on C1. That's my only reason for rejecting it. I might be able to play bishop A3 at some point. You know, it's like a French winnower. Also very standard. Very standard wing gambit idea. I'm not pretending that I have a good game. I mean, I'm a pawn down. I guess it's semi-normal for the wing gambit. But I'm in a totally alien situation. I don't play the wing gambit except like sometimes for fun on my weird Wednesday stream when I play unusual openings. I just got bored of usual stuff and decided to try something funky. But again, alright, let's go for bishop A3. I mean, I talked about it, and I purposely didn't put my rook on B2 for this reason. On the other hand, it has a very good diagonal on the other side, so it's kind of a weird decision. I'm looking for cheapos, basically, like knight c6, c3. See, he doesn't really want his rook on e8, and he doesn't support f6, so there are some positives that come out of this for me. I mean, definitely. The only thing I can draw a parallel this position to is the winnower French. Alright. I don't know. You need to get lucky to win. You sound like me. But I know I'm not lucky. I mean, even when I was playing poker full time, I don't think I was ever very lucky. Just very rarely. Alright, so, well, we've got lots of options now. I mean, this is starting to look kind of good. I hate to speak too soon, but... I mean, is bishop c5 even necessary or a good move? Starting to like my game. I mean, we've got knights to d6. Active bishop on a3. That guy is, of course, you know, pissing me off. G4 should be considered. And there's nothing wrong with c3, I guess. There may be some things wrong with c3, though. Maybe c3 is too slow. Why do so many players play poker at some point? Well, I mean, my good friend Elon Schwartz finished 4th in the World Series of Poker. Many years before that, we were playing Blitz on ICC, and I said to him, "Dude, what's up? Why you're not playing?" He said, "Oh, I'm quitting chess due to perpetual brokenness." You know, so he basically stopped playing chess. We used to play a lot of Blitz sessions online, and one day Elon was just like, "Yeah, I'm just quitting chess because of perpetual brokenness," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, good luck with that. You know, and then he wins like $3 million a few years later in the World Series of Poker. So I think he made the right decision. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, money isn't everything, but it doesn't hurt. But the days of online poker are much different now than they were 10 years ago. But I think that chess and poker are actually very similar games. I mean, there's a lot of similarity. All right, let's just stick this knight in here. I'm going to try to get a strong passer, or else I can play bishop takes with positional compensation. Discord thankfully replaced Skype entirely. I don't know whether to take with the pawn or it's really a tough call. I'm going to take with the pawn. It's like more complicated. Probably more dangerous too. This is chaos. Way more chaos than I usually go into. Pub Sladgie, that's our Discord. So check it out, guys. Yeah, he's trying to surround ye old pawn, and I'm not too thrilled about that. I don't want to lose Mr. Pawn. We may need to break with c4 at some point. Playing on instinct. The small threat of d7. We also have some kingside thoughts, you know, but I'm not anywhere near setting up threats yet. But I mean, maybe I've been wanting to play queen d2 for like half a year here. Oh no. No. No.
No.
No, please don't win that pawn. Please don't win the pawn. You can't possibly do that to me. Oh no, we're in desperate trouble now. Are you serious? I'm gonna lose my pawn like just cold like that? I'm just losing a pawn. I'm just busted. I'm down 2 pawns now. Wow. Impressive first game for Foul Glory. Just taking me out. Down 2 pawns. Just totally busted. I didn't lose a single game today. This one looks terminal. Not easy for black, but look at that move. Rook f8, avoiding bishop e5. He knew about that. We go postal now. g4. This can't be good. How strong is this guy? First game, he's taking me out. Man. Okay, it was the wing gambit. It's all because of the wing gambit. Where's Saul? This is absolutely Saul City. One of our followers. He would be down with this. We can win an exchange and stay in the game. Now it's like 2 pawns for the exchange, so we're alive. I still don't think white is better even after I win the exchange, but it becomes a much more different situation with chances for both sides. Feels bad when you have no compensation, no doubt. All over me. Well, why did oh yeah, knight c4 is really strong. Good player. What am I doing? This is the last game for today, guys. He took the wrong way. He took with that pawn. Foul Glory panicked. He recaptured the wrong way. Still got a little bit of counterplay. Now this is 2 pawns. Look at this guy's technique. I'm like losing. Really, really strong. Speed is pretty impressive. His technique and speed is impressive. Swindled me down a rook. All right, a fitting end to a crazy game, but I feel kind of bad for being up a rook and not winning. Let those pawns get a little out of control. The danger of those 2 connected pass pawns, not to be underestimated. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and subscribing. International Master William Paschall. We will be back on Sunday. What's the final time for the stream? We got a vote going on. Soltigo, let's you screwed up, man. How about my extra rook? All right. What time do we got for the subscriber stream on Sunday? I mean, for the simul stream on Sunday. What's the final determination? Soltigo. Sunday simul stream. 40 plus 40. What do we got? Soltigo, is he not here? What did we say for the final time? We have a tied. If it's a tied vote, I just have to, like, break the tie. We had a tied vote for the subscriber stream, either 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. the last I checked. Let's see what we got here. Vote 1 p.m. Poll results 6. It was equal, 6 votes. Let's check. All right. Sclam Mubot. Sclam Mubot. Poll results. Total votes 6 votes, guys. So it's like nobody threw a decisive vote. All right. JCS, did you vote already? I'm gonna go with the 1 p.m. So we're gonna do the Sunday simul stream at 1 p.m. Try something different. So sorry if you lost your vote. Sunday. All right, guys. We tied on the votes. I'm gonna go with 1 p.m. on Sunday. Anyway, guys, I'll post it in the stream. 1 p.m. Actually, Soltigo wanted 1 p.m. as well. He's our moderator. So 1 p.m. EDT Sunday. We'll change up the time, not to do the same stream, time every single stream. I think it'll be cool. What time is that in Budapest? I'm not in Budapest. I mean, it would have been 7 p.m., which was like a typical stream time for me. I'm here in Hungary. I'm here in the United States. It would be 7 p.m. in Budapest. Anyway, it will be 1 p.m. EDT. Typical simul time for me in Budapest. Anyways, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And please donate and devote your support to the stream. Donate, please, on PayPal or send in some bits here. We can use the support. Hopefully it was instructive. Fun games today. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. And let's see if we can get more people to watch the stream. Get it up to like a 75 viewer average. So anyway, guys, I'm signing off. Thanks, Soltigo, for our moderator here today. Thanks, Mr. Coffee. Thanks, Acerbate. Thanks to all the regulars and Move 11. I will see you guys. Cheer 1000 for Move 11. Wait a minute. What is that, Cheer 1000? You got a Cheer 1000 badge. You didn't cheer 1000 in the stream now. Then I missed it or something, I hope. I would feel really bad if Move 11 cheered 1000. So he just cheered 1000 in the past. I never really thought about that badge. Actually, Soltigo's got a cheer 1000 badge too. Okay, guys, I didn't know about this badge. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Thanks for the support. I will see you on Sunday. It'll be 1 p.m. EDT. Bye-bye.